Have you ever met someone who never cries? No matter what happens, heartbreak, loss, pain, they stand there, calm and composed. Not a single tear. Not even a tremble in their voice. And you might wonder, how can someone feel so little? But the truth is, most of the time, people who don't cry aren't heartless. They're the ones who once felt too much. There comes a point when the human heart grows tired. After years of holding in pain, pretending to be fine, being the strong one for everyone else, something inside simply shuts down. Not because it doesn't care anymore, but because caring became too heavy. Psychologists call it emotional suppression or emotional numbing. It's a defense mechanism, built not out of coldness, but out of survival. When someone goes through repeated emotional pain, loss, betrayal, disappointment, trauma, the mind learns to protect itself. It begins to silence emotions. Like turning the volume down on feelings that once screamed too loud. It's like a body developing calluses, only this time, it's the soul. Every tear they didn't cry hardened them a little more. Until tears simply stop coming. You see this in people who had to grow up too fast, the ones who had to be adults while they were still children. The ones who couldn't afford to cry because they were busy surviving. A young girl comforting her crying mother instead of being comforted herself. A boy hiding his fear behind a straight face because someone told him men don't cry. These are not emotionless people. They're emotionally trained to endure, to appear strong, to hold themselves together while falling apart inside. There's a kind of loneliness that lives in people who can't cry, because crying isn't just about sadness, it's about release. It's how the heart breathes when that ability is lost. The pain doesn't disappear, it just changes shape. It hides in overthinking, in sleepless nights, in unexplained anxiety, and the quiet feeling that something's missing, even when everything seems fine. Sometimes, people who don't cry will say things like, "I just don't feel anything anymore," but deep down, they do. They feel everything, they just can't access it. It's like being behind a glass wall, watching your emotions on the other side but unable to touch them. And ironically, those who seem the calmest are often the ones fighting the loudest battles inside. They laugh when they should cry. They comfort others but never open up about themselves. They've learned that expressing emotion is weakness, and so they bury it, thinking that's what strength means. But emotional numbness isn't strength, it's self-protection. It's the body saying, "You've been through enough, let me carry this for a while." And yet, there's a quiet tragedy in that. Because while it keeps pain out, it also keeps love, joy, and connection from fully entering. You can't selectively numb emotions. When you shut down sadness, you also dim happiness. When you avoid pain, you also limit how deeply you can feel love. Sometimes, it's not until something deeply human happens, a song, a memory, a sudden loss, that the walls start to crack. And one tear finally falls after years of silence. It's not weakness, it's healing, it's the soul saying, "I'm ready to feel again." If you've ever been that person, the one who doesn't cry, who feels detached or numb, you're not broken. You're protecting yourself in the only way you know how. But remember this, the heart isn't meant to stay frozen forever. You don't need to be the strong one all the time. It's okay to feel small sometimes. It's okay to break. It's okay to cry. Because crying doesn't mean you've lost control, it means you've found enough safety to let go. And if you can't cry yet, that's okay too. Healing isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's just the quiet realization that you want to feel again, that you miss who you were before the world told you to harden. There's beauty in softness. There's strength in vulnerability. And maybe, just maybe, the next time you feel that lump in your throat, instead of swallowing it down, you'll let it come out. Not to appear weak, but to show that you're human. Because being human isn't about hiding emotions. It's about learning to hold them, all of them, without shame. So if you're watching this and you've forgotten how to cry, this is your reminder. You are not cold. You are not empty. You are not less human for feeling numb. You've simply survived things that most people wouldn't understand. But one day, when you're ready, your heart will remember how to feel again. And when that day comes, don't hold back. Let it all out. Let it wash through you. Because even tears are proof that you're still alive.